But anyway, so Dudley versus Akuma. Fuck, sorry. Where to start? Now with this matchup, I mean, it's there's a couple things you have to worry about when you're playing against Akuma. First off is his tattoos, obviously, but you really have to worry more about his fireballs. Simply because he can do a lot of things to hinder Dudley's movement, especially because a lot of Dudley's like offense comes from jumping in. So there's not really much that Dudley can do in terms of like trying to jump in, because like Akuma has just so many options. Like if Dudley jumps in, he can do like Shoryu into super. He can jump to with Tatsu. He can dash under him and mix him up with this. And this alone, this little mix up, low forward Tatsu, like it's really weird, because I mean he can mix up between which side he wants to be on. So you'll see, like that, you know, an Akuma player can abuse this and just like mix you up all day. So that's the thing that you have to remember, that an Akuma player that's playing against Dudley, they're gonna wanna like get you into the air or just control that airspace. So the first thing that you have to keep in mind when playing Dudley is you have to stay grounded. You have to make sure that either you know how to parry the demon flips, or just escape the entire air game altogether. So for example, if they do something like demon flip, you have to be ready to like something like jump back fierce. Or you have to make sure that you know how to parry and block. You can do that if you want to, but it's a trade. I mean, another thing you can do is duck under. Oh god. Okay. I have a tutorial on this too, but anyways, I'll do it for the sake of this one part. So basically, okay, so obviously when you do a move, you do a duck under, that's considered one quarter circle forward. Now when you buffer the move, when you buffer the super, you just do another quarter circle forward. So you just do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Now when it comes to them jumping, when you duck under, they're on the other side. So basically the general rule is to do the quarter circle forward the other way. So you do half circle forward, like that, and then the quarter circle forward, back. So forward, then back. So I don't know if you can see it. Ah. Like that. So that's basically the way to do it. I mean, it's good. I mean, if they're doing demon flips, but another thing you can just simply do is just duck under altogether to avoid the demon flip, like that. So, I mean, that's one thing you can do. You can also do anti-airs like crouching fierce. Do duck under again to close in the gap. Walk up and then just grab. Or parry and then just full punish like that. So that's basically dealing with the demon flips. I mean, altogether when it comes to like going on the offense, you really have to make sure that you want to play the ground game. You don't want to jump because they can do so many things to punish you for that. So basically in this match, forward fierce, standing fierce, low roundhouse from a distance, and duck unders are your best friends. Simply because obviously you can close in the gap that way. You can also do standing strong into duck under. Like that, and just closing the gap. And that's that's the most important part, because you really want to get in his face and do as much damage as you can. Now, a lot of the times you're gonna see Akuma players try to like throw fireballs. That when it comes to that, you can also duck under that too. Now, that's the good thing, because you can duck under and super, closing the gap, and then just like do whatever you want for the wake up game. Right here, you can just focus on rushing them down. You can do meaty low roundhouse. It'll trade with the tattoos, so even if it trades, you'll still be able to continue the combo. You can bait out shoryukens with backswing blow. Bait out grabs with backswing blow. You can rush them down with forward. And hiccup knife. And that's the good thing about it, because once you get in his face, I mean, he's a boxer obviously, so you can like freaking do whatever the hell you want. You can really maximize Dudley's damage when you play him this way. Whatever. So that's the basic part when it comes to being in his face. I mean, you have plenty of things to do. You can, like I said, backswing blow. You can do overhead. You can do the roundhouse, low short. Now, if they try to wake up with teleport, you'll see that you can punish that with EX machine gun blow. A lot of people forget to do that. A lot of people forget to do that because it's just like, oh fuck, like he teleported, what do I do? But you can definitely EX machine gun blow that, or just duck under super that. So you'll see that. So it's a good punish. You get a good chunk of damage to do, and it'll make them think twice about trying to teleport on you again. So that basically like stops all of his options on wake up. Now when it comes to punishing, you have to make sure you know the best punishments, because once you do, this game is yours, because Akuma has low health. So one combo like this in the corner is 25% life. That's one EX meter that does 25% life. You get him in the corner and you can rush him down with like whatever. And just continue your offense. And that's basically the way this matchup goes. I mean, there's nothing else to it. The Akuma player can just try to demon flip, but like I said, you can do jump back fierce, you can do jump back strong. What do you mean, like when he's stunned? When Akuma's stunned, does he have a stun combo like that? No, he doesn't. No. No, he does not. Only a few characters have that, like Akuma, like not Akuma. Urien has that. No, Urien and Makoto have that too. Urien, he just needs 1 EX bar. Is it 1 EX? No, it's 2 meters, I think, or something like that. I practiced it before. It's like jump in fierce, jump in roundhouse, standing strong EX or whatever. But yeah. So this is basically where you want to be. Okay, I guess Super R2, but it's not practical. Yeah, they do. They do have Akuma and Remy have the lowest stun bar in the entire game. Ouch. But yeah. So it's like Trey said. A basic jump in does like 60% damage. So 60% stun. Excuse me. So look at that. And with EX. But then again, this is all considering you get to jump in general. So, like I said, I mean, you can focus on the ground game and make it easier for yourself by, like, you know, doing something like that. I mean, you can mix up and play the ground game as much as you want, and the moment they second guess themselves and start trying to use like low forward or something, you get a free jump in, and that's like 80% stun, and that's a lot of stun. So, and it does like 25% damage, so that's a lot too. So yeah, like I said, just play the ground game. And you'll be fine. And know how to hit confirm. So there's that. This is actually the most recommended hit confirm. Well, not most recommended, but I mean, if you want to use duck under super, this is the better one to use because it does a chunk of stun. It closes in the gap too. So as soon as once you know your punishments, once you know your combos, then you won't have to worry about anything else except for the ground game. And once you get in, this game is yours. So, I mean, that too. Actually, you can also use the first super. You can actually use Rocket Uppercut if you want. It doesn't really matter which one you use between these two. I mean, some characters can use both. Some characters use Rocket Uppercut. Some characters use the third one. I personally use the third one because of its uses. I mean, it's 3 bars. I mean, it does a good chunk of damage. It gives you EX. It's good for every character. Whereas Rocket Uppercut is meant for damage, but it gives you 2 bars, and you know, it's a good super. Rolling Thunder isn't really practical because you only get 1 bar, and the only hit confirms you can do is like standing roundhouse or or some other stuff like, I don't know, like some other stuff, but it's not practical to use, because if it only gives you 1 bar, and you need enough of this meter to do at least EX combos. Not to mention the fact that once you use them, you lose your super. So it's not. Yeah, you can't even use his 50-50 mix-up. You can't even use 4 roundhouse. So it's not really practical. So it's definitely a choice between the 3rd super and the 1st one. But that's all a matter of preference. I mean, you can use whichever one you want. And that's Akuma. So like I said, as soon as you close in the gap, you're fine. Yes, you can. And it does a shit ton of damage.
Let's fight like gentlemen. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Yeah, basically the same things that you can connect the 3rd super with, you can connect the 1st super with. Yeah, they have the same startup. So they both have 1 frame on startup. I don't know, that depends on when you got here. But I did go over Dudley versus Akuma. I'm gonna be making a highlight of that too though. So if you missed it, then I'll upload it for you. But anyways. What the fuck? That damage! 50% life. 50% life.